So we're rocking side to side, right? We got our knees hugged in, and you don't have to hug your knees so tight that your shoulders are tense. Just massage out your back. You can even do circling motions. It's really whatever feels good to you, right? Because sometimes at the end of the week, your back is like, ooh, gosh, mine is, Okay, and then you can hug your right knee to your chest, left leg is out straight, and we'll go side to side there, right? And you can go nice and slow and relaxed. Because when we do core work, you'll get to go slow too. Because the slower you go with core work, the more fun it gets, is what they say. That's what I've heard at least. Okay, we're gonna go about one more to each side. Whoop, wardrobe malfunction. Nothing bad though. Then you're gonna grab behind your hamstring and we're gonna go side to side there. So again here, moving nice and slow. If you need to have one foot down on the ground to protect that back, you can. Try to watch those shoulders, right? My shoulders were just tensed up. Because sometimes shoulders just like to be tense, they're just like, wow, I want in on the action. But we're not gonna let them. Okay, so just nice and relax. Let's go one more to each side. Right, and then we're gonna relax our legs down. And we're gonna move our legs with some core bracing. So we're gonna keep our left foot on the ground. Our right leg is gonna be out straight. Make sure you draw in that belly button. Nice strong core. We're gonna inhale as our leg comes in, up towards us, exhale as it comes down. So you can keep your head down, right? We're trying to keep our right leg nice and long and strong. So as that leg comes up, you will feel a little bit in your hamstring probably. That's okay. Make sure that you're really aware of your core and you're actually bracing your core. So pushing that lower back down. Don't just lay here and let your leg flap, right? It's Friday. We're not flopping around. It's not flopping Friday. No, it's friggin' fantastic Friday. Yeah, that's better, right? So we're gonna do one more and we're gonna keep our right leg up tall and we're gonna go wide. So exhale, that right leg goes wide. Inhale, it comes back. So really you're bracing that core, right? Your left side of your body's not moving. That left leg isn't moving. And you're breathing, I hope. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be huge motions. Small motions are perfectly fine. We're gonna go 3 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here is 3. And we're gonna relax. Right leg is down. We're gonna have our left leg. Exhale, it comes down. Inhale, it comes up, right? So paying attention to our core. Those shoulders are nice and relaxed, right? You're feeling good. Of course you are. You're doing Pilates, right? You always feel good when you do Pilates. And making sure we're pointing our toe with our left leg just so we get that full motion of that leg. Okay, we're gonna do about 3 more here. And then we're gonna go wide. So keeping our left leg up, exhale, we come wide, inhale, coming back. So remember, as your left leg is going wide, watch that right hip, right? If you're right-handed, your body is gonna try to wiggle and move to protect your left side. Okay, so small motions are better than large, wacky ones, right? We're not large and wacky, because it's not Wacky Wednesday. Not yet. Okay, we got 3 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here is 3. We're gonna relax that leg down. So we're gonna do just a few bridges here just to get that back stretched out, wake up those glutes. So we're gonna inhale in, exhale, we'll press up, squeeze those glutes. Nice and easy, coming right back down, right? So really focus on squeezing those glutes as you press up. Try to have a nice straight line from your hips to your shoulders when you come up, right? Straight line. That means no saggy tush, right? And if you squeeze your glutes, they won't be sagging. So that's a win-win, right? That's a Pilates hack is what they call that. Okay, so just nice and controlled. So on our next motion here, we're gonna stay up in our bridge and we're gonna do our tiptoes. So going up on our tiptoes and back. So holding that bridge, remember we want our hips up nice and high. We're squeezing those glutes, stretching out our ankles and calves now. Right? And this just feels cool, You look cool, feel cool. And on our next one, we're gonna stay on those tiptoes and we're gonna do half bridges. So half down, all the way up. Half down, all the way up. So this one should start to burn a little bit more than the other. And that's all right, right? I'm not afraid to admit when it starts to burn. I like it, bring on the burn, right? You're almost there. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're gonna relax hips and heels down. Hands are coming behind our head. We got our slow and controlled crunch, so nice wide elbows. We're gonna inhale in, exhale, lift up, push that back down. Nice and easy back. So try not to pull on that neck. right? Every time you lift up, you should be pushing that lower back down. You should feel those core muscles wake up, right? They might even shake if you're doing it right. When you shake, you're just isolating those muscles, and they're letting you know that they're working really hard. They're like, oh, why am I shaking already? It's good for you, right? You gotta just go for the shake, right? Embrace the shake. That's it. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so nice and controlled. We're gonna go for about 3 more here. Try to keep those elbows wide. We're gonna go 1 more, and then you're gonna relax. So our next move that you're gonna do, you're gonna be on your elbows here, right? We're gonna keep our left knee bent, right leg is gonna come up and down, right? So we're gonna be on this position today, so it makes sense to warm up with it, okay? So if being on your elbows did hurt your back, right, or your shoulders, neck, whatever, you could do these on your back still. But try not to sink down like this, right? Make it look like you're not already relaxing. Try to keep those shoulders nice and proud, right? Nice long neck, okay? And then you're gonna pulse with that right leg. So it's just kind of hovering above the ground. We're just pulsing up and down, pointing that toe. So a lot of core control here, right? Your legs should be burning. Okay, we're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee bends. Left leg is out straight, and we're kicking up and down, right? So keeping those shoulders back and relaxed. You're pointing that toe, nice and controlled. Remember, you can go down from your elbows if you need to, okay? But if you can stay up on your elbows, it's highly encouraged, okay? Nice and controlled, and we're gonna pulse. So small, little movements. So kind of like a half move, right? Watching those shoulders, relaxing, listening to me get the hiccups doing core. But I've heard if you get hiccups while you do core, it's an instant 6-pack. That's science, research, right? So if you want to get a 6-pack, just get the hiccups, obviously. You see little kids' cores, you know, they got 6-packs because they get hiccups a lot. Okay, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to relax. We're back on our back. And we got to get warmed up in some tabletopping, right? Of course we do. Okay, so both legs are going to be end tabletop. Make sure you're drawing in those core muscles. Okay, and we're just going to do a few alternating tabletop moves. Okay, so keeping your knees bent, you're going to lower one leg down. You're going to pull that leg back up, and you're going to go to the other side. Okay, so if you need to modify, of course, you can have 1 foot down, but we're just starting to get that core rolling before we add a band, and this exercise comes back to greet us. Okay, so just nice and controlled. Don't worry about how far down you go. Don't even look at me, right? You focus on your core, right? Make sure those knees are bent, okay? And as long as you feel it in your core and not your back, you're on target, okay? So we're not even gonna count, right? We're gonna go for about 10 more seconds, and whatever number you get in that 10 seconds is perfect, right? See, somebody called you perfect today, right? So go ahead, you can finish up on each leg, and then you're gonna relax. And then we're gonna grab our band. So with our band today, you don't have to use the band on the core work, so if it feels like too much, you can always take it off, but you are gonna start with the band on the arches of your feet, okay? So you have 2 ways you can do this first move. Option number 1 is you can be in a crunch, and we'll do bicycling legs. Option number 2 is a little bit harder. You'd be on those elbows, and you'll bicycle there. So make sure you're keeping resistance in the band the whole time. We're gonna go for 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Right, so you can be up on those elbows or in a crunch. Your legs are gonna be a little bit wider, right? So if your feet are really close together and your band is getting slack in it, try to step out wider with it. Okay, so legs aren't gonna ever be in the same spot at the same time. If you're holding that crunch, make sure you're pushing that back down. You're really stretching out that band, and you're going side to side, right? So moving those legs. Core is engaged, legs are moving. It's a full body exercise. 1 more to each leg. Then you're gonna relax down. You're gonna have the band around your ankles. Okay, and we're gonna hold our legs in tabletop. So what you're gonna do, you're holding a crunch the whole time if you can. Your legs will go wide. You're gonna lower the legs down as far as you can. They'll come up, they relax in, okay? So you're gonna stretch the band wide. Exhale, legs come down. Inhale, legs come up. Legs come together. You repeat. So you're adding that resistance to the band when your legs go down. Okay, again, you don't have to go down very far. We're holding that crunch if you can. to help you brace your core that whole time, right? And by this point, you're like, oh, yeah, it's a burning. Burning, burning, a burning. Okay, we're going to do one more. So wide, down, up and back. We're still going to hold that crunch if you can. And now you're going to do alternating toe taps, right? So what we just did, okay, you have a band on. So is your leg going to go down as far? Probably not. If you wanted to have your head down, of course you can. Okay, but otherwise, we're cooking right here. Okay, so just nice and controlled. Remember, if the band starts to feel like too much, that's fine. Get rid of it. Just do the normal motions with your legs. Okay, we're going to go one more to each leg. Okay, and then we're going to have our legs come up, right? And on this, it's going to be kind of like our other double move. So hands are going to be behind your head. You're going to crunch up. Your legs will go wide. Exhale, legs come down as far as you can. Inhale, they come up. They come back together. Okay, so you'll crunch, legs go wide. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Head can come down and legs come together. If you want to hold the crunch the whole time, that's fine, right? I'm going to hold the crunch the whole time, but that doesn't bother my neck. If your neck hurts, you'll want to go down in between each one. Okay, so don't worry about how far down your legs go. Even if you feel like it's the world's smallest motion, it's still effective. Okay, it's not a small motion. This is not an easy exercise. Okay, you're doing great. We're going to go two more. Here's one. Coming back. Here is two. Coming back. Okay, we're going to repeat that, going back to our bicycle. So band is around the arches of our feet. You're either in your crunch or on your elbows, and we're going after it, right? So we're pedaling through that motion, right? You know all the moves. You might be able to go a little bit quicker, okay? Hold on to your form. Keep resistance in that band, right? And keep on moving. That's the important part. Keep on moving. Modify if you need to. Nothing wrong with modifying, okay? It's still hard even if you modify, okay? Nice and controlled. Band should have resistance in that whole time. There's no slack, right? You're not breaking the band, hopefully. You could. Go one more to each leg, and then you're going to relax back. We've got the band around our ankles, okay? And we're in tabletop. You're going to hold your crunch. Legs go wide. Legs come down, up, and back. Right? Wide, down, up, back. Wide, down, up, back. Okay, nice and controlled motions. Don't worry about how far down those legs go. Keep your core nice and tight. Okay, we've got about 5 seconds, so let's do two more. Here is one, coming back. Here is two, coming back. So now holding that crunch if you can. You've got your alternating legs, right? So they're still staying bent. If you need your head down, that's perfectly okay, as long as you're able to brace your core, okay? I'm more comfortable holding a crunch, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, nice and controlled. Trying to pull down as much as you can. You gotta go nice and slow with this, otherwise your band is gonna roll all over, okay? So you're in charge of controlling the resistance. Woo! There's those abs. You got one more to each leg. Here's one, here's two, and our both legs are up straight. Okay, so with this, we crunch, our legs go wide, we come down, we come up, we come together. Wide, down, up, together. Wide, down, up, together. Wide, down, up, together. We've got 10 seconds left, right? Control those legs. Make sure your back has contact with that mat. Okay, we're going to do two more. Here's one. And here's our last one. And relax. Okay, take that band off. Ooh, core's warmed up. All right, we're going to grab one dumbbell. Yay. Okay, so I'm using a 10-pound if that's what you want your reference on. But we're going to go pretty high reps. So that's why we've got one dumbbell. So we're going to start with some triceps. You're going to have your weight. You're going to hold your weight on each end. Feet are going to stay down for right now. Brace that core. You're going to bend your elbows, bring the weight down to your forehead, coming right back. Okay, so it's going to start off easy. Okay, if your weight feels like it's kind of heavy, but not too hard, that's perfect. If your weight's feeling like awful heavy right now, you need to go down, right? Or if you're flying through it, you need to go up. Okay, now we're gonna have both legs in tabletop. Okay, same motion. When you bring that weight down, squeeze those elbows in. Make sure you don't look like you've got chicken wings. Okay, bracing that core. Okay, so now as we bring our weight down, we're gonna kick our left leg out. Weight comes up, left leg comes up. Okay, and you're gonna go side to side. Really stretch out that leg, bracing that core. Right, your core is all warmed up, so it knows what to do now. Okay, you're doing an awesome job. We've got 5 more here, and then we're gonna go to the next part. Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge, don't worry. Okay, we got 1 more to each leg. Okay, and then now we're gonna do it so it's a little bit more fast paced. So you're always gonna have your legs moving, right? And you're not gonna have your legs in the same spot. So before we were alternating nice and slow, right? And if you look at me now, we're moving side to side at a quicker pace, right? And it requires a lot more core control with it. Okay, keep on breathing. Okay, we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, ooh, I hit my head, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna relax. All right, now we're gonna go into a tricep burnout. So for this, you could have your legs down on the floor or in tabletop. We're not really gonna be using them. So if they're in tabletop, it's just a little bit harder in your core. So we're gonna go down for a 4 count. So we'll go down 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. So that's what we're gonna start with, and we're gonna build from there. So it's slow and controlled. Keep up with my count. So we go down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. 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 One more like this. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up, 2, 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 and now just singles. So down, up, going a little quicker. Down, up, 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 down, and half. So now we're just doing halves. Your elbows will always be bent. Down, half, down, half. Isn't this delightful? Okay, so just halvesies, your triceps should be burning. If they're not, you better redo this later with heavier weight. Okay, nice and controlled. Halves, 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 halves. Now you're gonna hold at halfway. Okay, so make sure those elbows are in line with your shoulders. You're holding at halfway, squeeze in. I know it burns. You can kick your legs or something if you want. Okay, nice and controlled. Holding on to it. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, there you go. Ooh, shake your arm out for a second. Okay, back at it now. So now we're going to do some chest press motions with our dumbbells. So we're going to go right arm. You're going to have both legs in tabletop. So with your right arm, you can either have your palm facing in or you can have your palm facing out. If your palm is faced in, it's going to work that tricep a little bit more. Okay, so it's up to you. You've got both legs in tabletop, and we're going to press up for 5. Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now as we press, our left leg will kick out. Here's 1, coming back, 2, coming back, 3, coming back, 4, coming back, 5. Keep your left leg out there and press for 5. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now as you press, your left leg kicks up. Here's 1. And down, 2, and down, 3, down, 4, down, 5. Now we're going to keep our left leg up. Our right arm is up. Woo! And you're going to bring your left hand behind your head. And we're going to crunch pulse our weight up to that left leg, right? If the weight feels like too much, don't use it. Okay, you're trying to hold that right leg in tabletop. If your back hurts, put that right foot down. We're lifting and crunching. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to relax and we're going to switch sides. Left arm has that weight. Both legs are in tabletop. Starting off with 5 presses. Go for it. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now as we press our right leg, we'll kick out. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keeping our right leg out and pressing. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now as we press, we kick up. Here's 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now our hands behind our head and we crunch reach, right? Oh yeah. So we're lifting, crunching, trying to touch that weight to our toes, right? I just touched my toes. I'm just kidding, I didn't. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you're gonna relax. And we got one more move, right? It wouldn't be a good workout if we didn't have some kind of a finisher here. So we are going to have both legs up if you can. And we're gonna do some core bracing, but we'll add to it, okay? So if you need one foot down, that's perfect, do that. Otherwise, we're holding up in that crunch with both legs up. Exhale, you're gonna come down as low as you feel you can. Inhale, you're gonna come back up, right? Your legs and body should be tired. So smaller ranges of motion might be easier to control right now, and that's okay, right? You should be pretty toasted from this workout. It's been all core, all legs, lots of arms, okay? Nice and controlled. Okay, and we're gonna add to it in a second. Okay, so you're gonna let your legs come down. They're gonna come up, your hands will come down, your head comes down. You're gonna do a hip lift, down into a leg lift. Hip lift, down into a leg lift. Hip lift, down into a leg lift. Oh yeah, hip lift, down into a leg lift, okay? You're doing a great job. Remember, this is our finisher. So if you think this is nasty and hard and awful, that's the point. Okay, after this next one, we're gonna stay up and just do our hip lift, okay? So use your hands on the ground to help you lift, help you roll. Don't even worry if it feels like your hips aren't coming off the floor very much. Control your body on the way down. My abs are burning, my legs are shaking. That's a sign of a good day. Okay, we're almost there. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you're gonna relax. Then boom, there you have it. Toasted core. What's for breakfast? Toasted core. Or lunch, I guess.